Hey everybody, Aaron Noonan, the V8 Sleuth here, taking a look at the next round of the Repco Supercars Championship this weekend. It's the NTI Townsville 500 in North Queensland. Great to see Supercars back in that part of Australia for the longer weekend race formats. Two 250k races this weekend. One on Saturday, one on Sunday. That means that the points are weighted in a way that if you have a really good weekend, you can make back some ground. But if you're Shane Van Gisbergen, the championship points leader, if he has a very good weekend, he might get away in the championship even more. Let's have a look at the way the points sit coming into this weekend's two-race format weekend. Van Gisbergen leads the way. That margin was trimmed in Darwin last time out. It got out to 278 over the course of Darwin's weekend. It's back to 214 now between he and Anton De Pasquale. Another 74 points back to Tifford Racing's Cam Waters, then 6 back to Will Davison, and 176 back to David Reynolds. Chaz Mostert, Brock Feeney, Brody Kostecki, Andre Heimgartner, and Tim Slade round out the top 10 in points. Now, this is a track that's been dominated by 3 teams. Since 2014, 24 race wins shared between Triple Eight, DJR, and Tickford Racing. It's really hard to think of any other team being able to break that streak this weekend up in Townsville. Now, one guy who has not been to victory lane in Townsville is Chaz Mostert, last year's Repco Bathurst 1000 winner. 6 times he's finished on the podium in Townsville, 0 victories so far. Let's see if Chaz can change that this weekend. 4 drivers have taken 14 of the 18 pole positions so far this season, but they haven't really been able to convert them into too many race wins. It's a special milestone weekend too for Tim Slade's team. The Blanchard Racing team rack up their 50th Supercars Championship race start. And Shane Van Gisbergen, well, if he leads one single lap in Townsville, it'll mean that cars driven by him have led 10,000 kilometres in Supercars Championship races. That's a pretty handy statistic. It's an important place to qualify well, but it doesn't mean you have to qualify well to be able to win at this track. We've seen plenty of races won from cars outside the top 10 in the field, but over the course of time since 2009, it's a pretty small list of drivers who've won at this place. Jamie Whincup, who of course is not in the field this year, he holds the record, 12 race wins in Townsville. It's 8 to Van Gisbergen, 4 to McLaughlin, 3 each to Tander and Winterbottom, 2 to Cam Waters, and 1 apiece to James Courtney and Will Davison. It's said to be a big weekend this weekend in Townsville. The NTI Townsville 500. You can follow it all across Repco online and social media. Visit the garage online at garage.repco.com.au in what is said to be a really good weekend of Supercars racing competition.